Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. More incredible performances from our Jamaican athletes, or at least right now, there is a Nisha Burger that is doing incredible things. No, Nisha Burger runs a school record and NCAA lead of 22.39 seconds over the 200 meters at the Don Kirby Invitational. Now, this is also a personal best if you didn't pick it up, considering that it's a school record for her. So clearly, it is a new personal best. No, 22.39 seconds, absolutely ridiculous. Let's put things into perspective. That 22.39 seconds ranks Nisha Burger third all time as a Jamaican over that 200 meters indoors. Yes, guys, I didn't stutter. Third all time behind the great Merlin Otti and also the great Veronica Campbell Brown. She ranks right behind them with that 200-meter clock in of 22.39 seconds. And for me to put things into even more perspective for you all, that 22.39 seconds literally ties the fastest time she's clocked outdoors ever. Her personal best done last season at the national championships when she qualified to represent Jamaica in the 200 meters at the Olympic Games is 22.39 seconds. Wow, my mind is blown at this particular point. I'm thinking wild, crazy, ridiculous thoughts when it comes to Nisha Burger and potentially what she can run this season over the 200-meter distance when she gets outdoors. All I know is I'm absolutely here for it. Now, just to be fair, because some of y'all claim I'm not fair, right? So just to be fair, this time was done at altitude, right? So that being said, you'd have to adjust it for altitude. Now, I did check the website that I use for adjusting at altitude. They're the ones that do the adjusting. The time isn't posted just yet, so I don't have that actual time on my hand. But let's just say it's maybe like a 22:45, right? That the performance will become once it is, adjusted for altitude. That said, it's still the third fastest performance ever done by a Jamaican in the 200 meters indoors. Absolutely wild for Nisha Burger. Now, I want to give y'all some more perspective because this 200-meter personal best that she set one earlier on this year where she ran a 22.79, also done at altitude as well. But prior to this, coming in from the 2024 season where she had her personal best there, because that was really the breakout year for her, 2024, she's coming from a 22.90. That's where she's coming from at 22.90. Coming into 2025, she's already done at 22.79 and now at 22.39. Absolutely crazy. No, again, let's use a ballpark time to keep our eyes on for Nisha Burger. Her personal best coming out of 2024 is at 22.39 seconds outdoors. What will it be this time around outdoors as well, and how far will Nisha Burger go with said performance once she unleashes it onto us once she gets outdoors? Chucky's all I know is I'm excited. I love the underdog story, the nothing to something, the athletes that we weren't looking at, the not the ones with the popular names, the ones that come through and show that they're the ones that are going to come and dominate. And Nisha Burger is definitely giving me that vibe. Listen, before last season, I can't tell you I was checking for Nisha Burger to represent Jamaica on the Olympic stage, and she did just that. So if you asked me in 2023 who was going to represent Jamaica in the 200 meters, I would have never called Nisha Burger in that lineup. But she represented Jamaica, and she's literally going from strength to strength, and I'm here for it. I'm so excited for her. And as I said, I can't wait to see what happens when she hits outdoors. Again, my mind is blown. Or not even outdoors. what kind of season is she going to have indoors as well? Will she dominate the indoor 200 meters? That's also a question because when it comes to the 200 meters, 22.39 is still one of the all-time fastest times ever done collegiately as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how she rounds out this indoor collegiate season. I can't wait. I can't wait, but stay tuned for the updates from a Nisha Burger perspective right here on TXT Track Time. Now, getting into some other results from the Tyson Invitational, and all I have to say that Jamaica had a pretty good showing at this meeting. Very, very good performances, and a lot to look forward to going forward in 2025. Now, more wins for Jamaica. Let's kick things off with the women's 60-meter hurdles, where Amoi Brown entered that competition, and after making it to the finals, she set a personal best of 8.01 seconds to win the women's 60-meter hurdles. In second place was Christina Clemons. She's looking to come back in this event. 8.11 for that placing. And of course, in third was Adobe Tabubo. Yeah, I know I butchered that. Apologies. And she ran in 8.11 seconds to have the same time as Christina Clemons, however, separated by the thousandths of a second. Interesting years that I've been seeing from Amoi Brown. She's definitely been coming on season after season, and in 2025 so far it's looking the same, where she's running faster and faster. Let's see what this materializes to. One, from a 60-meter perspective, indoors, we're not sure who is going to be representing Jamaica at the indoor championships. Again, not really seeing many people indicate their interest, right? So, with that being said, if she goes, let's see what happens there. And also, from an outdoor perspective as well, with her 100 meters, excited for her, of course, going forward. Now, also, Tajay Gayle, after switching from MVP, this was also a bombshell switch last season as well. Not many people were looking to see Tajay Gayle leave MVP, but he left. Now training with Shanika Ricketts' husband. I believe the club is called Ricketts Performance. I could be corrected, or you all can correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. But yeah, so he entered into the men's long jump here, and he took the event and he jumped at 8.15 meters. But that wasn't the only Jamaican that was at the event. We also had Nikolai Williams, and he jumped at 8.02 meters as well for a season's best. So this is definitely a season's best for Tajay Gayle as well, jumping indoors. So yeah, I'm excited for Tajay Gayle. And of course, again, my interest when it comes to some of these athletes on the early happenings, especially some of these athletes that will target the indoors. That's what I'm looking at. And so far, this 8.15 is a good look if he does intend to compete for Jamaica from an indoor perspective. Clearly, Nikolai is a collegiate. He represents Oklahoma, so there'll be no representation there. However, great going for him. 8.02 meters. He's also been coming on season after season as well. So you never know in the near future what Jamaica's jumps will look like. But I can say for now, more and more athletes are definitely stepping up to the plate. Our field events is looking really, really good. Now, I want to talk about the men's 400 meters and Rasheen McDonald entering there. Now, after his entrance, he was in the ninth section. Yes, also many heats as well for the 400 meters for the men. And he placed third in that heat where he ran a 46.93 seconds. Now, given that the winner ran a 44.70 personal best meeting record, you may be thinking, and I'm talking the overall winner, you may be thinking, oh, this performance for Rasheen is not good. But I want to remind a lot of folks that for Rasheen McDonald, this is amazing in my opinion, because this is much faster than he opened up over the 400 meters when he walked away with the bronze medal in 2024 at the World Indoor Championships, right? So providing he continues on this good stretch, right, and continues improving, then in my opinion, I believe that he will be one that is looking to target the World Indoor Championships as well. So, in my opinion, as long as he remains healthy, I know he has injury concerns, injury issues where he's good today and then tomorrow, unfortunately, everything gets turned on its head. I'm hoping though that he can remain healthy and turn up at the World Indoor Championships and have another good year indoors. So, yeah, I'm literally wishing him the best of health because I really want to see him at his best when he is competing competing because he is still our national record holder over that 400 meters, though he's not really fond of it, but still our national record holder over the 400 meters outdoors. So I'm looking forward to seeing his performances as the year progresses as well. Now, these athletes didn't really compete to the standard that took them would have taken them actually to the semifinal round or the final round, but I do want to address the men's 60 meters. So we did have Nishion Banks enter, Rohan Watson and Michael Campbell. Now, as I did indicate, they did not make it past the first round. There were 17th, 18th, and 21st, respectively, with times of 6.82, 6.82, and 6.86. Now, Nishan and Rohan were separated by the thousandths of a second. Now, outside of Michael Campbell, no, we all know that Michael Campbell was in that, near death experience where he actually did lose his friend in that accident, right? So for him to be even running now is amazing. So y'all know I never really questioned Michael Campbell and his performances, right? But I'm taking a look at Nishion Banks and also Rohan Watson, and I'm starting to wonder if both of them are having the same issue. Now, hear me out, right? I remember when Rohan Watson won at the national championships, he ran that 9.91 seconds, and then he went overseas, but we weren't able to see him, mirror such performances. And then we heard Stephen Francis come out and say that Rohan Watson actually doesn't travel well, right? So he will run, really well in Jamaica, but by the time he gets overseas, then we're not really seeing him, being able to mirror such performances. Now we have Nishion Banks now, which is a breakout athlete, you would say, for MVP, seeing as he finished right behind Kishane in that outdoor 60-meter race that was done in a negative 2.1 meters per second wind, I believe, and he ran a 6.54 seconds. So given that performance and where he was in relation to where Kishane was, then the expectation was for him, to get indoors and really be able to perform well. However, we have not been able to see him replicate such performances. And outside of the first one where you could definitely tell he was nervous, the race was called back. I believe in this one, I'm now starting to think that, okay, maybe it's a case where he's not necessarily an athlete that at this moment is traveling well, so he's not able to replicate the performances. So it's not that he's not good, not that he can't run fast, but by the time he travels to overseas, we're not able to get that performance for one reason or another, right? So that's my thought process there. I'm just hoping that eventually we'll be able to see Nishion and also Rohan really travel well, and as well Michael Campbell. Hopefully he will be able to get back to what was gonna be his breakout season. To be fair, when I go back and I think about Michael Campbell that year, leading into the accident, he had a fantastic year, and the next year was gonna be great, and it just never really happened. So hopefully we'll be able to see him get back into things as well. I know he got emotional, I believe, last year, when he was really doing well in that 100 meters. So let's see. That said, those are my thoughts as it relates to this men's 60 meters. I believe that is it for the Tyson Invitational. If I missed anything, I'll definitely do a catch up in another video. I tend to always be missing people for some strange reason. But it's not strange because they're strewn all over the place, and I literally have to be like, okay, Jamaica, 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 where? Okay, so with that said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on in the next one. Bye.